And welcome back to more Splatoon 2. Last time we ended up getting through levels 16 through 18. This time we're tackling the Experimentorium, which is a doozy of a level. I'm just gonna say that right now. This level is a bit of a doozy. So we have another Sheldon's request here. It is the Hero Blaster. Boom, bam, it's that crowd-pleasing face pop of the Hero Blaster. Even enemies behind walls aren't safe from the blaster's exploding shots. It doesn't really do rapid fires and makes sure not to get splattered between shots. So yes, it's very slow, but the blast can actually take out enemies from the side. A direct hit is the most effective, but the side radius does do a fair amount of damage. So right now, we can actually kind of hit him from behind, even though his shield was still up. So 3 switches, 3 launch pads. I think you know what to do here. This level's pretty long, so I don't know how much we're gonna get through in this episode. This is slightly long and time consuming. So this is honestly my least favorite level, and that's not entirely a knock against the level itself, but against replaying it. There's a particular gimmick that makes this level particularly nasty to replay, and we'll get to that, don't you worry, but it is a slightly nasty level with non-blaster weapons. By the way, here's the Sardinium. Almost missed it. That would be really bad. Again, this is not a fun level to replay. So I'm glad I remembered to look for that. So yes, we can use the radius to very quickly hit these switches with ink. It's a pretty neat level actually. All the moving components of it. Do this, jump across, take them out, hopefully. I'm not used to blasters. I am not a blaster main. I'm not going to pretend like I am. I don't really know how to use them. Like, I could be good with blasters if I practice, but I just never practice them. The thing with the blasters, you have to actually be cognizant of ink consumption, range, and your blast radius. So a lot of blasters have very different ranges. Some are very short range, and some are pretty long range. Like the Rapid Blaster, I'm pretty sure is the longest range one. But then you have the Luna Blaster that's super powerful, but it's very close range. So you have to know the strengths and weaknesses of each individual blaster type. So that's a little bit too much for me to remember, so I just go with the easier weapons. Oh, come on. Fine, you get to live. Anyway, we've got a key. First key we need. So that was just a third of the level. We still have a ways to go. Yes, the gimmick is hitting all 3 switches, which is the most fun. So we have grapplinks. This is the part that sucks with any other weapon. This part sucks if you do not have the blaster, because this is a very narrow time window here. Gotta switch in midair, so right when we do this, we gotta hit that. We get multiple chances if we get to that point. Or I could just run off the edge. We have multiple chances if we get to the one with the blaster target, so we need to take some time to try to hit that. Because that is obviously for the Sunken Scroll. Oh, that was bad. I completely missed. I should try to use motion control for this. It's faster than turning with the control stick. So why is this terrible? A lot of short-range weapons, like the roller, require you to actually use splat bombs. So that's like several perfect splat bomb throws in a row, and it's actually terrifying. So that's why I don't like this at all, one bit. Now, call me crazy, but I actually forgot where the Sunken Scroll actually spawns. Like, here, this isn't too bad. It's just terrible trying to hit that with splat bombs. Chargers are also not fun, because you have to charge up enough to actually make the distance. So yeah, if you're actually trying to 1000% the game, this is gonna be the level you hate. This is gonna be the level that just makes you really not want to do that, because of just how obnoxious this is with every weapon. As a regular level, it's actually not bad, other than a little long. I will say this level overstays its welcome. It very much is designed for blasters, and that's my biggest issue. This level is very much designed for blasters, thus making other weapons a little difficult to wield for this. But it's actually not bad. You just kind of have to time things and be very careful. Again, you have 3 lives, so you need to be very careful with the splat bomb part. Again, that's part of the reason I'm not actually 1000%ing it for the Let's Play, because we'd be stuck there for quite some time. We would be stuck there for a while. So yeah, I'm definitely thankful I decided on this. It's a pretty cool level though. I won't say it's a bad level, normally. Because it does have some really cool ideas, and it really makes you good at the blaster. It really emphasizes the capabilities of it, which is really nice. Like, it really does utilize it well, but again, it just makes it a not ideal level for everything else. It's also just long, so doing it 10 times when each run takes like 5-10 minutes. Depending on how good of luck you get. Also makes it a little bit of an ordeal. Anyway, that is it. So we have the center switch now, or right switch, and the launch pad. Finally. And this takes us to our final area, hopefully. Which introduces these guys again. Because this didn't have enough mechanics crammed into it already. So we have to use them to get the key, and then use them again to get the exit. So we need to jump back on, try to guide them to the other side. But all these Octarians actually make it kind of difficult to guide them, because they kind of want to go after the Octarians, I feel. Like, I don't know if that's how the AI works, it just feels like that sometimes, that they're sort of meant to go after the Octarians. But that is the Experimentorium. Floaty fun. Depends on how you define fun, I guess. And another weapon added to our roster. Same dialogue. Let's never use this again. Salmonids are known to keep their weapons in tip-top shape. The frying pans they wield have often been passed down from generation to generation. You can see the unwavering pride of these fierce warriors in their somewhat crazed eyes. You're the squid, kid. So now we need to find 20, which I think is over here. So, hi Marie. Climb walls faster and mashing B. I kind of already knew that. Another thing I haven't mentioned, as far as I remember, is they actually changed the controls. I actually haven't made note of that, but they actually changed the controls a little bit. Propeller land, rubber parasols. Is this another long level? I think this is another long level. If it's the one I'm thinking of, this is another really long level. It is. Hero Umbrella. This is a secret weapon that everyone wants to play with, the Hero Umbrella. Press ZR once to shoot ink, or hold the button to use the umbrella as a shield. Keep holding the button and the umbrella will launch off, leaving a trail of ink behind it. takes a bit of getting used to, but it's really powerful and it looks super rad. So yeah, it's like a makeshift shield. Now him saying it's top secret is interesting because this weapon was in the single player before it was actually added into the multiplayer. So this is a unique example of a single player weapon not being in the actual main game at this point. Now the hero umbrella and the umbrellas in general are kind of like very short range but super powerful. It's like a shotgun in another type of game. So yeah, that's the best analogy I can think of. They're kind of unwieldy, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I see the sunken scroll. So this is a little bit of a tricky section. We need to toss a bomb. We actually need to use a bomb. I am not good with these bomb throws. Wow. This is actually really bad. There we go. Hit the fans. I actually don't remember where the Sardinium is, to tell the truth. So that's gonna be fun. Another bomb throw. Got the key. So with that, we have gotten the first key. Now we need 2 keys, so we're not done yet. We need to come over here. That is the wrong type of splat bomb. With the curling bomb for this. Just gonna ignore you. This is an example of why you actually use this. You can actually launch it as a projectile that actually spreads ink. So it's actually really good in some modes. And more invisible platforms. Ink to win. You need to go right. Generally just head right. You can also use curling bombs to help you out. If you need a little bit of a guide, like that plummeted off the edge, so that's an edge. And then come over here. Like this. That guy is where the launch pad would be. So we need to come over here and grab this key to make the launch pad appear. And now we have both keys. Yeah, these levels actually get kinda complicated late game. Now we have octolings. So that's always a good time. There's also a drink ticket up there. Fun fact. So this is fun. Got a propeller, gotta raise this up, but there's a switch on this, so we have to actually do this. And remember that, sunken scroll we saw earlier? Well, here's where it goes to. If I'm not mistaken, we're getting close to the Sardinium. I hope. Otherwise I missed it, that would be bad. I hope I didn't miss it. There it is, right up there. So we need to hit this, hit that, launch up. I missed. Try this again. Not gonna the speedy stuff. Wow, what actually launched me off the edge there? I didn't actually see what knocked me off the edge. Oh well, try this again. Let's fail, hopefully. Okay, so that's as far as it'll go. So hurry over, grab the Sardinium. Skills. You know it, Marie. All the skills. Clearly. Dashing. So, what we need to do here is actually use a, you can use the splat bombs or the umbrella itself. You can launch the umbrella, but obviously I'm used to actually just tossing bomb because that's what you're supposed to do. There's a dash panel to help the bomb actually make it across. So again, you can definitely use bombs here. Not the way they intended whatsoever. Ah, this is not working for some reason. Let's try it this way then. Gotta time it. Did it work? I don't think it worked. that. Yep, that worked. But again, you do have to use bombs in through plays with other weapons. So that's what I was trying to do. It just didn't exactly work out. But again, they give you a dash panel to help launch the bomb into where the fan is, so it's actually not that bad. I do like how they changed level design to account for different weapons. I do like that. Flexibility. That doesn't mean some levels aren't really difficult with other weapons, but again, they at least try to make them friendly to all weapons, and I appreciate the effort of changing up small bits of level design to make them doable, but again, in some cases not easy, but doable. And there you go, number 20. And now we have the Hero Umbrella full time. Don't miss Problem Solved, sighting with Marie on SBS this Thursday night and every week thereafter at 25 sharp. Tune in for a few site tips and a whole lot of procrastination. So I guess days are longer if they're 25-hour days. One more Zapfish to go, and then the boss. And this boss is a doozy, so we'll be saving that for next time. Before we end off, where is it? It's up here. It's actually really easy. I don't know what I was worried about. There you go. Level 21. And of course it is... Oh. Well, this will be interesting. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2.